Hi everybody, Grandma Beth here, and welcome to my weekly Ride Along with Me. Now today we are going to Walmart, and the purpose is kind of exploratory. I'm going to walk all around the store, because Bob's not with me and I can freely do it, and compare the prices of some of the items that I that I get at Dollar Tree now for $1.25. See which ones I can get cheaper now at Walmart. So I've got a little tablet with me. I'll write down the items, and then when I do the, finish up this video, I'll tell you which things were cheaper. Now what's cute is you can't see in my window because I can barely see her. Lucy is sitting in the window watching me leave. She was not there when I went to come out the door. So, hi Lou! Bye-bye Lou! Poor thing. Because Daddy's golfing, so she's all alone. Usually when Daddy goes, Mom is always with her. So, we'll see if she's still there when I get back. And depending on when I get out of there, I will possibly start at the second season. Stop at the second season thrift shop. And don't let me stop at Dollar Tree. So, it's raining out. Oh. So, I'll have to have the wipers going. Hi, Lou. Poor little orphan. All right. The hard part for me about doing these ride-alongs is having something to talk about. I almost feel like I gotta think of something negative to gripe about, but I don't have anything to gripe about today, except the weather. It is May 2nd. Oh gosh, I thought we were supposed to see flowers today, being we had April showers. Now, yeah, it's cold out, but I'm always hot, so I don't wear a jacket or anything. Got my long sleeves on, so, when I go in the store, I can pull my sleeves down. And up to the left here is part of the little park that's near our house. And they have a really nice, large dog park there. So, you always see the people going up there with the dogs all excited. Oh, we're going to the park. Let's see, what way should I go up to Walmart? Should we go through town? What should I do? Okay, let's go through town again. Now, Walmart is up on the other side of town, so going through the whole thing again. A couple of houses for sale now. This one over here is for sale. There's a new one on our street that's up for sale. This thing isn't very good to hold my. So if you guys take a tumble, the thing just fell off. This wiper's on more. It's raining pretty good. It was cute. Just as I was getting ready to leave, I glanced back towards the kitchen, towards the sliding doors, and there was a cute little body sitting there in the window wanting some food with AJ. Now, I hadn't seen any of them today yet, but Bob saw Zandu, aka Eddie, this morning. He said he thought he heard a knock on the window. He looks over, and there's AJ Zandu sitting there. And Smokey tends to come out in the evenings, but I've managed to capture a couple of different little videos where I've caught them sitting in the backyard on the various pieces of furniture. Eddie was out there a long time yesterday afternoon. My entertainment in life are all the animals. Rain, rain, go away. This is why we like to leave for the winter. We get tired of though it doesn't rain real hard, this past winter they did have a really bad winter. A lot of freezing. They say that the plants in our front yard that were under the front window totally died. So we got the gardener person is cleaning up our flower beds. Not today, of course. We got part of it done the other day before it started raining on it. Okay, I'm going to turn you around. Hold on. Okay, here we come down into the waterfront town. And let's slow the wipers down. You know, it's like 15 miles an hour through here. Turn this so you can see more of it. See, you put a lot of those wooden things up in front of like where little restaurants are. So during the pandemic, they still could have people come eat. Sloey's Bakery, which is a well-known bakery. Maybe on the way back, of course I don't come back that way, so I'll take you to the back behind the stores that were on my left. Show you, there's the new fudge store over here on my left. To show you the parking in the park back there with all the water. If I remember it, I'll come back over that way after. Well, just depends on if I go to second season. Now up here to the right again is where my mommy and daddy lived. Where my mom for 6 months and my dad for over 6 years. It's a really nice place, and I was very fortunate to get them in there because they don't take very many Medicaid patients, and I was able to get them in. Being mom was already in there after she'd had her latest spine surgery in her neck. After several months, they let me move Dad up there so he'd be with her when she passed. Which he was, but he didn't know it. He was sitting right there apparently, and went back to his room because they couldn't be in the same room. And the nurses went to check on Mom. She had passed. Dad didn't know. So, of course, they called me. And Bob and I came right down, and my mom's sister, Irene, came right down. So we were there. But, you know, and I went in and told Dad, and you know, at the time he just went, "Oh no, she wasn't supposed to do that," you know. But from that point on, he never remembered that she died. I had to tell him almost every time I saw him, several times, and it was hard. But I got through it. You know, I was there for them. Which I had always promised Mom I would never move away as long as she was alive, and she had asked, you know, if I would take care of, you know, don't desert my dad when she goes, and I told her I wouldn't, you know, why would I? So I did the good daughterly thing. Okay, let's I'm still really thirsty. I'm real thirsty during the mornings. I guess from the medication that I take for my bladder. Okay, we're coming up to the right to the pet hospital where 2 of my babies died. I always say, "Hi, babies," and they always say, "Mother." So, yeah. The only time I've been there is when I've had to take animals down there who were so sick that their regular doctor had me take them down there because they have a lot more of the expensive equipment, and so we usually end up spending a lot of money only to leave there without a baby with us. I hope this isn't bouncing, but it's really bouncing. Looking at this. This is the intersection where I usually turn left to go down into town, into Silverdale. So we just cross straight, like I say, it's the other side of town. there since we left last fall. When we get up here, right past the light is the freeway. I also take the freeway to go into Silverdale, but depending on where I'm going determines whether I take that back road that's prettier. Oh, a couple of new houses up there to the left, or whether I take the freeway where it's boring. Here we go, over the freeway. Of course, you know, Bob's out golfing in this weather. Can you believe it? They ended up changing their time to start till later. They usually start around 8 or so in the morning, and they changed it to like 12 because the forecast had said that the rain would be easing up by, well, it's 1:11 and it's raining. Okay, so up here is, they call the Is this All-Hog? No, I don't remember what they call it. But this is the little shopping center that they thought was going to be a really big center. So far, it hasn't gotten real big. Let's just turn in here. Don't see anything new. Oh, that's what went in over there to my right. That when we were leaving, they were putting something in. I thought it was going to be like a fast food place, but it's a place where you charge your electric cars. So you probably all recognize what I'm going through right now, the Walmart parking lot. Let's see. I don't mind parking farther back, but oh, somebody's just pulling out there. It's too late. But it's pretty crowded. I guess being it's the first of the month, but I never mind walking. Scrape. Never mind walking because it's my exercise. Okay. Well, I'm going to go in. I won't turn this on while I'm in there, unless there's something really fascinating to show you. So I'll be back on after I get out of there. Woo! I'm back. That's so exhausting. I didn't have my man here to load the groceries in the back and push the cart back. And had to do it myself, resort back to my old ways. So, I spent a lot of money. I ended up spending $136. And I'll show you my haul once I get back home, because there's a lot to show. Because some of it was like grocery-related type items or things like that. And, but things I looked at, most of them that I normally might buy in Dollar Tree, I didn't even take notes because they were all more. So as I go over the haul, I'll tell you which things were less than what I could get at Dollar Tree. So now we'll go back, and I guess I'm okay to stop at the thrift store. So we'll go back, or we're not going to go out the one way, we'll go up this way. But it has stopped raining, so I'm happy for that. But I'm sweating like crazy. I mean, I feel like my hair is all wet and everything. My sleeves are still rolled up. I was hot in there. Oh, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's back up here. Sure. I don't have all the fancy equipment like Bob does on his car to tell me, if something's getting near or... Oh, see, there's one there. Go ahead, bud. What's this guy gonna do? And being the car next to me was so long on both sides, it's like I gotta One thing they did in here that I was surprised is they were checking people's baskets, against their tag, like they do in Costco. Well, it must be something new, because I've never seen them do that in Walmart. I'm glad that's over with. I got some of the things that I typically like to come here and get at Walmart, so. Do you like me to turn you around, or do you want to see me? Here we go, here we go. I don't see anything new in here, though, since a Navy Federal Bank is coming in there. What is that? Health store going out, or are they just giving up some of their space? That's what it looks like. Anyway, the other stores they have in this little center are Home Depot, is a PetSmart. They've got a Big Five down at one end, Office Max, but not real big ones. They had half expected they'd get a whole lot of stores up here, but they haven't. The big draw, of course, is Walmart, because the other Walmart in this area is way down in East Bremerton. I think I'm going to turn you around here so you can see some of the scenery. Here we go. So, I just passed under the freeway, and of course that's the exit, people coming off the freeway. This is Highway 305, which you can go on this all the way to Bainbridge Island, where it ends where the ferry terminal is. Off to the right, if you go down that street, more down in towards Pullsboro, where I went through. There's the McDonald's. Over here to my left is Sonic. Let's see, what do you want to see? What do you kids want to see? You ever get irritated with people in the stores? But you maintain your cool and smile at them. People that block like the whole aisle, and it's obvious you're standing there wanting to get through, but they've got to block the whole aisle, that kind of thing. Or like the gal in front of me at the checkout, she only had like 4 little items, so I let her go ahead of me. She proceeded to keep so much space between her and the thing where you unload your groceries onto, whatever you call that. So, I had a lot of stuff to unload. I wanted to get up there and start unloading my stuff, so I wouldn't feel like I was having to rush once the gal was checking me out. Well, she just kind of took her time, and, so I had to rush. It's just stupid little things like that irritate me. And I work very hard at being patient with people, and I never give them a bad time. I always just smile at them. I'm curious. What the heck is that? Wow, that's a truck. All smashed cars on the back. I mean smashed in the sense they're piled on top of each other. Like they were at the junkyard, and they had one of those big smashing things that you see in some of the movies where there's somebody in it and they deliberately smash it. I think as I'm driving along, the camera's slowly moving more towards the right. What time is it? It's 2:30. So I was in there probably a little over an hour. I did go up most of the aisles. I even went in a toy department. I was hoping to find a particular game that we played when we were over at the ocean. They didn't have a whole lot of games. I guess people just don't play board games like they used to. This is more of a card kind of game too, kind of like Skip-Bo or Uno. forget what it's called. Hope they have a bunch of new stuff here, because when did I go? It wasn't last week, but the week before. So we'll see. Maybe they've got new stuff in there. Not that I need anything. Jeez. You know, I've been going through a lot of my stuff, and my God, what do I do with all this stuff? I pick them up so I have content in a show on YouTube. And then to give stuff away, I've got to pay horrendous shipping costs to give them away. Unless I give it to my thrift store up here that I'm going to go into. Oh, there's a new little Mexican food place. What's it called? Estatinos. Looks like a lot of people at Dollar Tree in the parking lot, but I'm going right next door. I did find that I'm thinking of that the little Dawn detergents are 97 cents at Walmart instead of $1.25 now at Dollar Tree. I'll have to see what they are in the grocery store where Bob goes. So I will be right back. I'm going into my thrift store. Let's get you down off here. Ugh. Okay. Well, I am back. I wasn't in there very long. You know, it's not a real big store. But they didn't really have anything that I couldn't live without. And I don't know, I got bored. So I came out, thought, oh, we'll just go home, finish up this video by doing the Walmart haul. And then I'm going to be doing my monthly Vera Bradley purse exchange, or what's in my purse. Excuse me. So let me turn you. Well, no, I won't turn around. I'm going to take you home a little different route. Though it may look the same to you, but it's not. I paid the bills today, so that means I saw how much I spent during the month, and so you can tell, because today I'm not spending as much as I maybe would have. But, in all fairness, we, you know, there were a lot of the charges for our trip back home from Yuma, which means gas prices. So, you know, we probably had to spend around anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 in gas to get home. Now the light's green. Let's see if I can make it. Yep, making it. So over here to the left is where grocery shops. Oh, I bet the time is at 2:46. Awful lot of cars coming down the hill. And buses, which must mean school got out. I wonder if I'm going to run into a bunch of traffic. Let's see. I'm hoping that the mail has come, because I'm hoping for some stuff. And Bob left me the mail key, because we usually just leave it in his car, because usually he's the one that's out during the day, and so when he comes home, he just stops at the mailbox. Okay, this is the way we go. It goes to the schools. Okay, well, at least there's not a lot of traffic on this one. So all the schools for our, this side that I'm aware of Poulsbo, they're all right here. To my left is the high school. Across the street from that is junior high, and then adjacent to that on another street, but they're all still connected, is an elementary school. I wonder if Lucy will still be sitting in the window watching for me. Up here to the right, where you see maybe you can see the mailbox, it's a kitty that I always watch for. Call him Blackie. He has long black hair. And Bob thought he saw him the other day. We didn't see much of him last year when we were home, because I think, as they get older, they tend to stay in more. And I'm going to drive you up here into the park. We're going up the hill to my house. I'll turn in here, and you can see the dog park that I mentioned. The school district offices are straight ahead, but when you turn here, the park. Over here to the right, the doggies in the park. You probably can't see that well, but that's the big dog park. On my left is a skateboard thing. Oh, look at the doggy running, playing. Oh, they're having so much fun. Love looking at the doggies play. And if you go straight down that way, walk around the park that goes back, there's like a community garden place where people can grow things. See a nice big field over here. It's a good place to walk. Oops, started to go into the dirt because I thought it was part of it. Up here to the right, the big covered area is an area that you can rent, reserve if you want to have a big picnic or something out here. Looking straight through there is a gate that you can walk into our area of homes. So there's a basketball court. You might have seen the playground over there beyond the covered thing. Let's see if you can see it. When you see it, I'll try back around. See this? That's the playground with a bunch of fun toys. So it's a nice little park. Like I say, that one back area has little gardens and another walking trail around that back part of the park. I'll drive back there, see how much of it we can see. Of course, they have a permanent person that lives right here to the right. Kind of like a camp host, but it's park host. So let's go down here. There's parking for the doggy park. This might be a little bumpy through here. See some houses back through there from another vicinity of homes. Swing through. I can't go any further, but see, that's their equipment, and then there's Rob Park Youth Garden, and then further down from that is, I think we're a bunch of adults. So it's a nice area to live in. You can see why we don't move from this area. I'm going to turn you more this way so you can maybe see the doggies down there. Of course, there's not a, can you see? One dog sitting there up on the table. And of course, their mommies and daddies just sit and chat. That guy's still standing back in that one spot from when they came in. He must have been told to stay there, and he's not budging. Now, these flowers, there's a tree that's in bloom right up here to my right. There's a lot of those kinds of trees, and they're beautiful when they're in bloom. Street. So this is where our area of homes begins, right here. Now, if those trees weren't up over there, straight ahead, you might be able to see Seattle in the distance at night. But, you know, oh good, there's the mail. Well, come around to my street yet then. Well, she doesn't usually go that way. Usually. Oh yeah, she does. So okay, well I know she's on her way. I'm just gonna have to wait until she comes up, gets around to our street. Up to it. So here we are. Here's my house. There's a kitty cat in the window watching. Is she up there? Nope, I don't see her. She's probably taking her afternoon nap. So here we go. And that'll do it. So once I get in, I'll continue with what I bought. So I'll see you in a bit.